Congratulations on making it to Burnout. These are the Burnout rules and demonstration video. For the Burnout course, we will be using the one and done system. So if you take a fall, your run is over. Basically how this is going to work is that however far you make it, that's how many points you get. There will be touch points along the way, and this video will explain that. For certain obstacles that we will specify, you will be able to do certain skips, but when it comes to things like hooked cannonballs, you are not allowed to get a gigantic swing, lâcher, tap the final carabiner, and then collect all those points. You will only be able to collect points after you've established control. We will go over what those different control points look like. And then otherwise, in case you do make a mistake on this, I will tell you the words go back. Do not drop, because if you drop, your run will be done. Instead, undo the move and then just listen for what I'm telling you to do. I will try to help you get into the right direction as quickly and as accurately as possible. But any mistake you make is on you as the athlete. With that, let's get down to the Burnout rules. 3, 2, 1, on you.
Nice, dude. Come on. Nice. Great work.
And begin. Come on. Come on, you got this. Come on. Come on. These are the specific Burnout rules for the Northeast Sectional here at Windsor Ninja Academy. You are going to start on this platform right here. I'll ask if you have any questions, and then you're going to be off by using this first slider. This first obstacles is a series of different sliders. It is a force move to get all of them out of their starting position. All right, so you're going to slide through the first one. Touching the second slider will be your first point. You're going to slide through the second one, and then you're going to go through, slide through the third one. You have to do it in that order, okay? For different divisions, you will not have a cannonball and a skull. Instead, you will have 2 rings. This will only be for our 13U males. Continuing on, your next touch point is this green. You're going to make your way through the different grips. Touching the egg is your next point. Continue making your way through the grips. Touching the lâcher bar is your following point. From there, you're going to go through the lâchers. For my 9U females, each lâcher will be an additional point, whereas for every other division, touching the octagon, slots only, will be your next point. This next section is for all divisions other than 9U female. If you are 9U female, you will continue on. We will talk about that when the rest of the people catch up to that. For this next one, you're going to go through the slots. Like I said, this is your next touch point. inside the delivery, inside the combo cliff. To get to this green trapeze is your next touch point, as well as your first chalk point for all the other divisions. From there, you're going to go through the slopers. The second sloper is your touch point. Going through each one is an additional touch point. To the pad is another touch point. This is where the canes are going to be for our 13U males. The canes are going to then come out. They are allowed to go into any of the rings. When the cane touches the first ring, that is a point. And then when it touches the bar, that is an additional point. You will slide down using both of them to get to that bar over there, which is your following touch point. For the other divisions, the canes might start inside the frog plus inside the ring, in which case you will make your way through. And then for my 9U division, for my 9U male division, the canes will start on the bar, in which case you use your hands to get through. And once again, the point distribution is the same. So whenever a cane or your hand touches this ring, that'll be a point. And then whenever you or the cane touches this bar, that'll be another point. And then when you get to here, that'll be your next point. This bar and then this bar are your next chalk point. This bar for your 9U females, and then this chalk point for every other division. You're then going to climb up and then go through the battering ram. This is currently set for 13U. For every other division, there will be a dropped ring that you can just basically static to, and then battering ram your way through, touching that battering ram as a point, and then touching the taped bar as a point. From there, you're going to make your way through. Touching this silver bar is your that's currently vertical is your next point. You're going to then captain's wheel your way through it. And then once you touch the battering ram, which is now on the other side, that'll be your following point. You'll battering ram your way through to get to this ring. This ring is your next touch point, as well as your next chalk point. From there, you're going to go through the different spinning bars. Thumb on the side is okay, just no actual grabbing the side with the other hand. From there, the second spinner is your next touch point, the third spinner is your following touch point, and then this bar, any of the bars, is your next touch point. From there, you're going to make your way down. The fifth bar down is your following touch point. The bottom bar or further is your next touch point. And then the pegs are your next touch point. Depending on the division, for my 9Us, there will be just simply monkey bar pegs. And then for the other divisions, it'll be actually moving the pegs like a pegboard. So for my 9U division, or any division, touching the pegs is your next point. For my 9U division, using the 3 pegs, each one will be a touch point to then get to the cliffs, which will be your following touch point. For my divisions that are moving the pegs, getting past the green is a touch point, and then getting 1 peg into this is your following touch point, your next chalk point, as well as your clear condition for this obstacle. You cannot move on to this obstacle until you've placed the peg in here. Depending on whether this is your point or you're doing the monkey bar pegs, that last peg is your final chalk point, in which case you're going to go through the cliffs. Starting from the first one, each cliff is an additional point, and the differences for this line are basically where you're going to be ending, as well as some stuff towards the end. For my 9U, you're going to be making your way through the cliffs, pull up, and then hit buzzer. You must pull up to the cliff before you're allowed to hit that buzzer. For my 11U females, you are then allowed to use any of these cliffs to get to a dismount, hit your buzzer. For my 13U females and 11U males, you are allowed the bogey paddle, this cliff in order to get to your dismount. And then last but not least, for my 13U males, you are allowed this cliff, this paddle to get to this cliff in order to get to your dismount. You cannot top out on that paddle nor use that top baby bogey. Good luck, your time limit is 5 minutes.